Okay, so really, how did Gimli just not know what happened to the dwarves in Moria?
Here lies Balin.
We'll have to figure this out. So how did Balin become Lord of Moria in the first place? Well, Balin was one of the dwarves who accompanied Thorin Oakenshield in The Hobbit to reclaim the lonely mountain Erebor. And Gimli and Balin were cousins who were descendants of Durin the Deathless, the first of the noblest house of dwarves. People actually liked Balin because he was wise, kind, and always had good advice.
We did not know.
In the year of 1981 of the Third Age, the dwarven kingdom of Moria had fallen, and Balin set out on an expedition to recover this lost kingdom. The goal was to re-establish dwarven rule in the once majestic underground kingdom, and to recover one of the lost dwarven rings of power. When Balin got to Moria, he found Durin's axe, and then a mithril helm on top of it. Just with these two items, he declared himself as the Lord of Moria.
Yes.
So no one really asked him to be the Lord. I guess he kind of just did it on his own. But things didn't go so smoothly because 5 years later, Balin and his entire colony were overrun by orcs and died within the very halls they tried to resurrect. The only thing left behind after that was the Book of Mazarbul, which contained accounts of the orc attack and the Dwarf Lord's final moments. And that was how Gimli was able to learn about what happened to his cousin. Given that the purpose was to recover a long-lost dwarven kingdom, one would imagine that the dwarves would be aware of such an event. Gimli, however, was oblivious of Moria's destruction, until he came to Balin's tomb. He only knew that Balin's mission had been successful at first, and that was why he urged that the Fellowship go through the mines of Moria, because he wanted to go see his family. Of course, there are plausible explanations for why Gimli might not have known. Well, mostly because the messenger sent to dispatch the news was killed by orcs. So, really it's the messenger's fault for dying when he did. Things aren't the same in every version of the story though, because if you look at Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings, Gimli visits Balin's kingdom for the very reason that he had no idea what happened. The course of the story would have been very different if Gimli had known that the dwarves were already dead, because he wouldn't have suggested the shortcut through the mines. And even though he was aware of the risks involved with Moria, Gimli was nevertheless willing to take a chance on everything in order to see his cousins, even if it meant that he had the chance of losing Sauron's one ring. And that leads us to the end of this video. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching!